Back here on the Pig Trail Show, and we are joined by our Kevin McPherson, our basketball insider. Obviously, you can read all of his stuff on hogville.net and follow him on Twitter. A lot of things happening right now, Kevin, with the transfer portal. I know Eric Musselman very active in looking at that daily. One of the guys and the name that jumps out to you is Elijah Weaver, a transfer from Southern California. What do you like about this guy? What do you think Muss likes about this guy?
Well, first of all, here's a young man that was ESPN had ranked number 37 in the country coming out of high school in the class of 2018. So there's a lot of value in terms of, a 6'6" wing that's versatile defensively, probably hasn't lived up to expectation on the offensive end, but a young man that's, came out of the high school ranks highly regarded. When we know Musselman prefers players with a little college experience, he likes that portal because he gets guys that are, beyond the high school performances. And so here's a guy that if he came to Arkansas, barring a waiver, would have a sit-out year with 2 to play. Weaver could be a guy that helps Arkansas. But when you look at Isaiah Joe still being in the draft, the NCAA this past week lifted that June 3rd deadline for underclassmen to withdraw. And that's now an indefinite. We don't know. They haven't set a date yet because they're waiting on the NBA, and the NBA is pushing everything back due to the pandemic. And so I think Musselman now has to consider signing a guard and then deal with the numbers later, because if Joe comes back, Arkansas's maxed out.
Another guy that he really likes is KJ Adams, but let's be real, Kevin, everybody likes this guy, has multiple offers. He is from Westlake High School out of Austin, Texas. All the Texas schools love him. LSU, Florida, Miami, they love him. He's a 4-star power forward, 6'6". What do you love about him?
I've seen KJ play in person, and he's a winner. He's a guy that makes big plays, but he's also he's strong, quick. And, you start thinking, going back, I love past Razorback comparisons. I'm not going to say he's on the level of a Corliss Williamson, but he's got that kind of, you think he's undersized in terms of height, but he's very strong, powerful, quick, gets to the rim quickly, and he just makes big plays, knows how to play inside and around the basket. And so he's a guy that I think Arkansas, they've been on him for a while. He hit the game winner to send Team Griffin to the prestigious Nike Peach Jam Championship for the 16 and under level this past July. So like I said, a guy that's clutch, knows how to help a team win games, and Arkansas has been putting in the work. He just did a virtual tour with Musselman, and then the offer came out on Saturday.
Well, as Musselman continues to put the pieces together, let's look ahead to the fall. A lot of non-conference games being scheduled. Tulsa, Oklahoma was one that just happened. ODU as well from my neck of the woods in Virginia. But this non-conference schedule has some interesting nuggets to it. Kevin, what are those?
Well, just the fact that when you look at last year, Musselman inherited 3 road games in his non-conference. That was from the previous staff scheduling. And if you start to go back and look at how he and Anthony Rooted, the director of basketball operations, and you guys interviewed him this past week, when you look at how they scheduled at Nevada, jumping ahead now, if this what we've seen leak out and what they put out, you've got the main event out in Las Vegas, and you've got Louisville in that field. It's a 14 field. Colorado State and San Francisco are in that field. So Arkansas is guaranteed 2 neutral site games there. Mm-hmm. They just announced the series against Oklahoma just over a week ago to be played in Tulsa, which is close to Fayetteville, 2-hour drive. Then you've got the road game at Tulsa, another 2-hour drive for Northwest Arkansas Razorback fans and parents and stuff. So I think if you start to look at going to now, they'll have, when you count Old Dominion and North Little Rock, technically they're going to have 4 neutral site games. They're going to have the road game at Tulsa, which is, you can almost argue that could be kind of neutral if Arkansas fans will travel there, which I think they will. And then, you talk about the Big 12 SEC Challenge. Arkansas is going to be in that again, and they'll have a road game. So when you start counting and doing that math, that's 6 of their 13 non-conference games played outside of Bud Walton Arena. I've got to go back and look back in the era of SEC basketball. It'll be year 30 in the SEC. I don't know that Arkansas has played that many games in the non-conference away from Bud Walton Arena in some time. Probably not a lot in the history since Arkansas has been in the league.
Yeah, so what you're saying is Arkansas will be battle-tested on the road when they get ready for SEC play to start in 2021. Kevin, we always appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Again, you can read his stuff on hogville.net as well as follow him on Twitter at ARHoopScoop. Much more Pig Trail after the break.